This small animation is a brief recording of a narrative playthrough for the game How to Host a Dungeon by Tony Dowler. It is a small little dungeon mapping game where you generate a dungeon and kind of provide a history and a story behind that dungeon as you go along drawing the map. So this is an actual playthrough of the game How to Host a Dungeon. You can purchase How to Host a Dungeon on Tony Dowler's website on the address posted below. In the beginning, there was the surface above and the deep earth below. Over a period of time, natural caves formed with the churning of the earth at the very dawn of time, resulting in the following natural caverns being formed underneath the surface. Large deposits of natural gemstones formed in caves 5 and 6. In many of the other natural caverns, primordial monsters from beyond recorded times slept and waited. It is not known where they originate. Perhaps they were caught up in the churning of the earth, or perhaps they are made up of the very elements themselves. Regardless, they slumber for centuries waiting to be uncovered. Primordial time ends when a new culture, a dwarven culture, finds a vein of gold beneath the surface of the earth. In search of these riches, the dwarves build an entrance and room 13 to mine for the gold, and room 14 to house themselves. Finding much of the treasure, they bring more of their family and kin, and also secure the treasure in rooms 15 and 16, encountering the primordial monster slumbering in room 3. Many of the dwarves perish in fighting the horrible monster from beyond recorded time, and so in a tribute to their fallen dead, they construct a tomb within room 16. Thinking they have left their dangers behind, the dwarves continue to mine their vein of gold into room 17, which connects into natural caverns 10, 11, and 12. Regrettably, there are even more primordial monsters within these caverns, and the resulting war between the dwarves and the horrible monsters results in a complete eradication of all life within the mine complex so far. The once proud dwarven mine lies dormant for many centuries until finally a great cataclysm arrives in the form of a giant volcano and lava tube erupting, destroying Natural Cavern 8 and the creature that lived there. After the volcano subsides, the first creatures to settle the region is a small band of fighting humans that construct a castle next to the now dormant volcano. Many creatures start to occupy the once vacant mine and start to explore the depths and call it home themselves, not welcome on the surface world. A corrupt band of dark dwarves called Dwergar take up occupancy of room 3 and 15. A band of mining gnomes take up occupancy of Natural Cavern number 5. Finding the gems beautiful there, they take the wealth, cut it into their own designs, and manufacture a home in 18 and their own treasury in room 19. Arriving by unknown means, a terrible, terrible ogre by the name of Grak takes up occupancy in Natural Cavern 6, taking its jewels for himself and building a private palace of riches. The surface kingdom of the humans build outlying farms adjacent to their castle, and also dig a small dungeon connecting to Natural Cavern number 4. Strange creatures called outsiders arrive beyond our plane of existence and set up shop in room 14. They construct room 20 to house their planar gate to their own dimension, and also construct room 21 to house themselves and their families. They make war on the adjoining Dark Dwarves and steal their treasure. The Dark Dwarves continue to expand and search for forgotten treasure in the mine. In fact, they construct room 22, their first original construction since arriving here, to house their barracks. Strange outsiders continue to push and explore along the Dark Dwarven territory. In fact, they take some of their treasure. The Dark Dwarves expand out and explore Natural Cavern 12. And in search of more gold, like their more enlightened dwarven cousins before them, they mine room 23 in search of it. The gnomes, wishing to expand their territory, create a daring and ingenious bridge over the lava chasm from Natural Cavern 5 to Natural Cavern 12, encountering the Dark Dwarves there. The ensuing battle is fought to a stalemate. Surrounded by hostile neighbors on both sides, the Dark Dwarves are forced into room 23, the last refuge, as the strange outsiders assault and slay many of their kin. Long dormant, Grak the terrible ogre digs a small tunnel from his natural cavern 6 into room 23, the last refuge of the Dark Dwarves. The Dark Dwarves do not have enough money to offer a bribe or tribute to the terrible ogre, and so Grak eats the remaining Dark Dwarves, thereby ending their civilization underground.